Okay, been asked to do a reading on if Trump is going to pardon, what is it, the Mafia, who's Mafia? Manhattan Mafia criminals. Well, if he does that, it would be pretty stupid to show his allegiance to Mafia. I would not help this case any. Oh, sorry about this. As you can hear, we have the storm going again. It's raining, it's wind, it's lightning, it's thunder. So, let's see what we have here. Oh, sorry about this. Just, it's not wanting to stay with the light. Well, if you don't see me, you'll hear me. I don't know what to do with this light thing. Well, let me turn on this. There we go, because it's dark over here. That might help. Is Trump going to pardon the Manhattan Mafia? Will Trump pardon this Manhattan Mafia? Well, what's interesting, just before this storm really blew in heavy, there were about 5 or 6 large birds circling out there. And then the storm hit. Trump and the Mafia. Underneath of it all, the action. What's the action? Ooh. Okay. I have to pull another card and see what we do with that Empress. I'm sure they're not connected with Russian. Uh-oh. Let's see what else we have going. Is he going to pardon Manhattan Mafia? As you can see, my thing is rocking here. That's pretty heavy wind coming in. So we're sitting here rocking and rolling, listening to the heavy wind and the thunder and the lightning and Lord knows what else is going on. Okay, Trump, is he going to pardon? Okay. Another cup. That action. Well, that's interesting. Is this something new that's going on? I hadn't heard anything about it, this Manhattan Mafia. Okay, under it, evolution. This one crossing, instability. Okay, underneath of it all, rapidly coming, and we've got his cups. Now, usually this is his fantasy stuff, but I wonder if he's got some ties to them in some way, shape, or form. We have the cup. Maybe they're trying to lean on him maybe, let's see what else this could be. Rapidly approaching. Maybe they're telling him, let's make a deal. Okay. The challenge is evolution, how this is going to play out, how it's going to grow. Can we get another card and see, is there something else that would clear this up? What's going on? Victory. Oh, victory. Well, it looks like they're wanting to influence Trump. Okay. Looks like possibly they're trying to get to him. Now, I heard, I don't know if it's true, if he's got these connections with Mafia stuff. You know, he always wants to play the Mafia boss. Okay? So maybe this is his big chance, you know. Gonna make him an offer I can't refuse. But I'm wondering if there is not some Russia connection. Sometimes this card for me is Russia. Sometimes it's, you know, sometimes this can also be our value system. But in Trump's case, I don't think this is our value system. Just saying, you know, he's not up on the, you know, like the Statue of Liberty and everything it represents, okay? He's more for Russia and what Russia represents. And, you know, taking action. But the challenge is the instability. Okay, this instability. Usually the 8 of Cups is the walking away. So this is, it looks like he could be leaned on by, maybe there could be some Russian influence with that too. That's kind of leaning on him. Now that's interesting. Russian Mafia is really, they're really, yeah, you don't want to mess with the Russian Mafia. But, yeah, I hear it, Raji. It's okay. It's just a sound. It's just a sound. It's just a sound. So I'm wondering if the Russians have something to play in this. Okay. If maybe they had something going. What is this top one again? Underneath it all. So many irons in the fire. Okay. And wanting a victory. Going into it, we have, you know, the walking away. And the contemplating if there's a deal to be made, something to be done. The challenge is this transformation, but it's fiery. It's not an easy transformation. I think maybe this is, it could be going into it that his advisors are telling him to walk away from this. But let's see what we have for the foundation. It's a struggle, okay? It's a struggle. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that his advisors are saying, temperance, you know, just do what you need to do in your thing. Don't involve in this. Okay? Don't involve in this. Emperor, you need to keep your, the challenge is being emperor, you need to keep your focus at hand. This is not something you need to do. You would be very ill-advised to mess with this. Above it, we have starting of an action. What is this action? Yeah. Yeah, you do that, and it could bring a downfall. It could bring a downfall. It would cause all sorts of problem. Yeah. It would rock your world of contentment if you did this. That's the challenge. Okay. So I'm wondering if some of it, maybe it could be Manhattan Mafia. Now, I don't know if they're Russian or if they're Italian Mafia, but who knows? There could be some feud, something else going on. But Trump, it looks like Trump is being advised not to do this. Okay. It would not be a good thing for you. Okay. Okay. Going forward, you need to stay strong, steady. You need to maintain your status. Okay. The challenge is maintaining his connections. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Trump is in between a rock and a hard place on this one. If he pardons this mafia, you know, it's really going to be bad for him. Why are you pardoning a criminal enterprise? Okay. Hopes and fear. What's the hopes and fears? Hopes and fears. That this would put an end to a relationship. Okay. And that challenges, this is what's being nurtured. Okay. It's interesting. What's the emotion surrounding this? What's the emotion on this? Yeah, I think he feels that he is, you know, out in the cold, that things are up in the air with it, you know, and this is going forward too rapidly. This is coming down very quickly. Okay. So it's like we're between a rock and a hard place. Okay. Looks like he would like to do it, but they're being advised, don't you dare do this. So let's see what else we need to know. Yeah. They're leaning on him from overseas, the ones he's going to partnership. Okay. And the challenge is reason. Okay. Reason. Okay. So, who is telling him not to do this? Who is telling him not to do this? Who is telling him? I think it could be his lawyers, you know. Could also be Putin, or it could be his lawyer. But somebody's telling him, look, if you get involved in this, you know, yeah, it's going to keep you, it's going to really bar your way. Okay. This could grow into something, the challenge is that growing into something that you don't want. Okay, Trump. This is going to block you. It's going to hem you in if you do this. If you do this, it will hem you in. Is Trump seriously considering it? He's awake at night about it. Okay? He's awake at night about it. Okay? Usually this is what you can get away with, but in this case, it's like surrendering, you know. That challenges the orders. I've got orders. I've got orders. So it looks like he's being pressured from one side, and then he's got the opposite pressure from the other side. And he's in the cauldron. Okay, he's in the cauldron, not knowing which way to turn with this. Will he ultimately pardon them? Yeah, no. Nope, going to be given something they don't want. There's loss there. Everything's flying away from there. Okay. The challenge is the victory, but the victory is not going to be there. He can't do it. Okay. He'd be served up something he doesn't want, and it would be major loss too. Okay. There would be a major loss. Yeah. This would be a downfall if he does that. He would lose everything. That would just pull him right into the mix if he does that. So on one side, he wants to do it. I think on the other side, he's being pressured not to. And if he does do it, he's going to lose everything. It's going to cause a big, huge maelstrom for him. So, yeah. Let me see if we can get this. Who is telling him not to do it? And who is telling him to do it? Okay, who's telling him not to, I think, is the Russians. This is usually my card for his dealing with the Russians. And who's telling him to do it? The Mafia. The ones that are getting away with it. The ones that are trying to get away with it. Okay? So, that's what I'm getting. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if the cards are right or wrong. It was a little bit of a confused read with that. It looks like there are two factions maybe involved. One that's pressing him to do it, and another faction that says, don't you dare. And it looks like he is caught in the middle of them. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to see if I can find out some more information about it. I haven't heard a word about it. I have no idea what it's about, if it's the Russian Mafia, if it's the Italian Mafia. But I'm going to see what I can find out as soon as I get done with this here. Always nice to know a little bit about what's going on before you do reading. Then you can make a little more sense of it sometimes. But I'm going to leave this here as it is, and we'll see what happens. Oh, we got lightning going over there again. Well, hopefully this stops and slows down for a while so I can take the boys out one more time. If not, I have the potty pads if worse comes to worse, because Raj does not like storms. For sure. I can tell you that's not going to happen, okay? So I'm going to leave this here. Thanks for your question. Have a great evening, okay? Aho.